All right, welcome everyone to the comic panel. I'm Cody.
I'm Talon.
And I'm Shawenta.
And for those who are listening for the first time, we are a bi-weekly radio show podcast comic book club covering any and everything regarding comics and manga. We have each co-host pick a book that follows a specific theme and review a book for every episode. Then we wrap up the theme with a retrospective episode covering our opinions and favorite moments from each of the books. This is the third book in our latest theme, Cults. Today we are reviewing Loving Ohio, written by Matthew Erman and drawn by Sam Beck. Loving Ohio is a small town that is completely run by a New Age cult known as the Chorus. And four high school kids, Sloan, Elliott, Cameron, and Anna, are trying to graduate and get out. But when their friend Jesse mysteriously commits suicide, they grieve and become the center to a bigger murder plot of young people. After surviving a mass killing, they take it upon themselves to kill the killer, who is a tool of the Chorus. Talon.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Why did you choose this book for this theme?
As I was reading about reading the synopsis, it seemed interesting to me. The idea of having this cult and kind of more like a horror vibe with it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's really what drew me to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, for sure. I mean, not to get too into comparisons with the other books we've read for this theme, but I was definitely thinking about how the other two, the cults kind of seemed like props in some ways, and definitely like more action-oriented books.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but this one seemed a lot more personal.
Gotcha.
So now with knowing the general premise of the book, let's discuss what we liked and disliked about this.
I mean, I should say that starting out reading it, I assumed it was going to be more grounded than it was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the first thing you get is a statement that says, this is all made up.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
in, like, a kind of way that feels kind of like the reader's supposed to infer that this is based on actual feelings. I don't know. There's something about the statement at the intro.
Yeah. It for sure comes off kind of strange.
I wonder if it's like Fargo. Do you know for the Fargo statement where it's like... do you know what I'm talking about?
I know the movie and TV show Fargo, but I've never seen them, and so I don't think I know this statement.
Oh my god, Cody.
Hey, Talon hasn't spoken up either, so I feel like we're in the same boat.
Yes, I haven't seen it.
Oh my god. Anyway, people think that the Fargo thing is like a real thing, and so people like that one lady who went out to try to find the gold or whatever.
Okay.
Because the movie tries to make it seem like maybe it's actually real.
I see. Self-mythologizing.
Okay, but like this book, obviously. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
But this book obviously gets pretty surreal quickly.
Yeah, that's true. It does. I mean,
so I guess by grounded you mean less mystical and more like real world.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you meant by that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I mean, granted, though, at the same time, the only thing I would say that is really like surreal is the killer, basically the man in the afternoon is how he becomes to be known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his moniker. Which
I don't know where that name came from, actually.
I know, they were like, this is what he's known as. I was like, nobody's told me this before.
Well, that is them telling you.
Yeah.
What did they interview him post-mortem? He's like, you know me, I'm the man in the afternoon.
Yeah, also he killed people at night. Pretty exclusively.
That's what I mean. Like, where did this come from?
Anyway, the man in the afternoon. he has many arms and many knives to go in those arms.
Mm-hmm.
Described like a spider
Yeah.
by some of the kids at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, crawls around like a centipede at the end. Yeah. But that's pretty much, otherwise it's fairly grounded.
Yeah. I mean, it seems to draw on the perception of like real experiences. I can't say that like any of the people who had a hand in the writing, well, the writer itself, had these experiences or was drawing from personal stuff.
Yeah, no, for
concerning
sure.
cults.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough to say. I did try and see. I was like, well, is there like a Wikipedia page for this book? No. No, nobody's has gone through the trouble to either.
Forward, afterward.
Yeah, there were a couple of reviews for it, but that I didn't get the chance to check out. But yeah, always interesting to get those kinds of insights from creators. But yeah, I don't know. I did appreciate how grounded I felt like it was, particularly in the voices of the characters. You know, I don't know. It just feels like I've met all of these people before.
Really?
Yeah, I have trouble with sorry, not this book in particular, but a lot of books I feel like they'll introduce like their teenage cast, and then you're like, who are these people? And they're just kind of whatever they need to be in the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will say I don't like at the end they forgive Sloan, but I'm like, for what?
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, in particular too, she says, "I'm sorry for hurting you guys" or something, and I was like, why?
What'd you do?
Yeah.
Well,
I was a little confused by that.
Yeah, I guess my understanding was that, like, basically...
Running off?
Yeah, she ran off.
Her priority was on killing the killer versus, like, her friend who had just gotten their throat slashed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fair.
And then also kind of, like, just didn't really, like, reconnect with them either. Like, and part of that was physical limitations of needing to change her phone and stuff like that. But
I mean, she's a teenager with a single parent who's like part of a group that's very, I don't know, insular.
Yeah.
Tight knit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's just committed a murder.
Well, self-defense.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't
Pretty
think
intense.
that it's necessarily we're supposed to be like, yeah, you need to say sorry to our friends. I think that she felt like she needed to say sorry, you know? Like, I think that was true to the character.
Gotcha.
Even if it wasn't needed, you know?
Fair.
They're teenagers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they might, like, wake up in, 10 to 20 years and just be like, why did I do that? You know, like, I didn't owe them an apology, but...
Well, I want to be like, teenagers are dramatic, and I'm like, this was also a life or death situation.
Yeah. No.
Several times over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting narrative, though. I think it is very grounded in that they're not, like, mystery-solving teens. They're not like, we're going to break into, like, the chorus and figure out the secrets. And then, oh, no, we figured out a way around the security system. Something more action, like you said, with some of the other books we read for this theme.
Right.
But it, there's, in some ways, I feel like it highlights the powerlessness of the characters that they feel, whether it's really powerless or not. As teenagers, often the frustration, I think, for teens in their lives is the feeling of being almost adult enough you can recognize that you could take action, but being limited by society, yourself, your inexperience.
Yeah.
Frustration.
No, totally. Yeah, and I think that like feebleness, I guess, totally comes through. Like, their plan is like such a bad plan, and
we're gonna wander around.
Well, yeah, because
and then they wander past a cop who's like, yeah, there was some possible deaths, several here.
Yeah,
and they're like, okay, we'll totally avoid that, and they're like, we're not gonna avoid it.
Yeah, well, yeah, because they were gonna break into the chorus facility, and then with pretty much no plan, but with that was their plan, and then they immediately changed course based on new information rather than being like, well, we obviously need to regroup, or we should stick with our plan, so that, because really it was a fact-finding mission, not a kill mission. We were taking weapons to defend ourselves in case he's there, but like,
didn't they say we're gonna kill this guy?
well, yeah, that they were. They're
eventually, I guess.
Yeah, eventually. But they figured that he wasn't going to be at the facility after hours. They figured that they would break in when nobody's there and look up his files.
Yeah, he's not a teacher. He doesn't sleep at school.
Yeah.
Sorry, but that does sound a little silly, though, to be like, and then he'll leave at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I will say, like, narratively, it's a little less satisfying that they just sort of wander into these things.
Yeah, a little bit. I can see that.
But it does. I don't think the book like set up for an elaborate plot of twists and turns.
Yeah. No, I think it's... I don't know. I think that it really gives itself to that, like, Midwest malaise, That, like,
oh, totally.
Yeah, I think that the plotting is on purpose in that way of, like, you are just like, yep, this is happening. It sucks,
Drifting through life.
Yeah, drifting through life. Yeah.
Or, like, the key that he leaves.
Oh, yeah.
And in a more typical book, that would have, like, unlocked something that would have, like, blown their minds.
Right.
Or, like, led to more. But no, they just, they go to a memorial.
Yeah.
Music event. And then the actual events of the plot take hold.
Right, yeah. And then the mystery of what the key unlocks is just Jesse's scholarship.
Right.
Yeah. And
see, I thought that was like... I thought that was a longer surprise. Like, they would eventually be like, wait a second. Why did he kill himself when he had a scholarship?
Right. Yeah.
I thought it was
just
going
sort of
to say.
accept it.
I thought it was going to be a hint that, oh, maybe he's actually alive and he just left for college.
That would be
okay, but also, yeah,
really
I totally
difficult.
thought until they like straight up said he killed himself, because they don't really show any visuals. They don't show the like actual funeral or whatever that was arranged. They like the last time you see Jesse, he's like, yeah, I'm not coming back. And I was like, I mean, I get it. Like, you want to get out, you're not coming back.
Yeah.
You're probably secretly running away.
Because, he's supposed to be going on a mission trip.
Yeah.
And
then it just cuts to,
Yeah. And you get the understanding that he's not really in it for the mission trip. He just wants to get out of Loving, Ohio. But then once you find out that he's killed himself, that there's the extra layer of he's getting out that way. But also,
that's the thing. I'm like, is there like an event that caused that? Like, oh, you're not going on the mission trip.
Yeah,
it's kind of like life, right? There's a mystery.
Right. Yeah, you don't know what was in his brain, and it is mysterious. So it's like, well, maybe the chorus did set it up. Maybe, we don't even know why the chorus is killing kids. Like, we don't know why this killer had extra arms.
No.
We don't really get any satisfying
do we all
answers.
get that?
Yeah,
we all get the extra arms.
Yeah, only when you decalcify your pineal gland.
Oh my god, I was like, it's always the pineal gland.
Yeah.
And singing does that.
Mm-hmm. And not drinking fluoride in your water.
Yeah.
That's important.
Dentists.
Yeah.
Worst of them all.
Yeah, your dentists really just don't want you to be free. They have a financial investment in you staying in the karmatic cycle. Actually,
Why do you think they make you visit them twice a year?
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, because it's like if you don't get freed from the karmic cycle, then you have to keep going to the dentist, even in your next life. Anyway, though, yeah, back onto the path of no satisfying answers. Yeah, it is a lot like life, especially living through a traumatic event too. You know, and like, yeah, if like, you know, this is like a Jim Jones death cult kind of thing too. It's like, yeah, you probably like, you know, even when you get like some sort of answer, you're probably just like asking yourself questions, you know, through the rest of your life, just being like, but why? How? Like, you know, all of these things, like, how could they do this?
Okay, to be fair, we as the audience, we do get to learn about the, you know, the pineal gland.
Well,
and like the third eye.
Yeah, so are we supposed to believe that that's why the guy had many arms and stuff? And was he actually from, like, Venus or whatever? Or had a life on Venus with his lost dog or whatever?
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's right. Well, the dog was found then.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think that, at least in my interpretation, I didn't believe that the chorus is right. I mean, I think that in some way they're like, I don't know. Yeah, because I mean, yeah, we don't get enough answers, right? That's the point. But
we get an explanation that doesn't necessarily correlate all the questions we have.
Yeah, I think that because the chorus is like obviously taking advantage of people, as cults are to do, you know, they're taking on all of Sloan's dad's property, actually Sloan and Elliott, because they co-own the donut shop.
Well, Elliott sold it, or Elliott's dad sold it.
Right, yeah, but I mean, I think he sold his half to the chorus.
Okay, yeah.
So
because he wasn't, yeah.
Yeah, so basically they take on all of their assets and, like, you know, like, pretend to provide everything for them, but while they amass wealth, you know, in the long term, and leave, you know, any family members out in the cold. And that's the scheme, you know. So they are evil, and, you know, so they've created this evil creature, perhaps through the methods that they are preaching, you know, but
maybe they unlock their pineal glands altogether.
Right, yeah.
In a symphony of song.
I always pronounce it pineal.
Maybe that is. I don't know.
I have no idea. Penal?
We just, ours are too calcified.
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
I will say, like, Cody, I agree with that. Like, it's easy to go the entire book and be like, I don't know, are they really causing these deaths? At first, I would say. Yeah. But by the end, especially with Sloan's dad, I really appreciate the lack of, like, an angry outburst, confrontation. Like we said, really real to life. And even that last, like, the letter that says dad, or the envelope, and it's just empty.
It's empty, yeah. Because she says, I don't know what to say. He wouldn't understand, and, like, goes into depth, like, you know, like, you know, how she's so different from his beliefs.
The contrast also that they show with Sloan's dad and his little pitch meeting to all these newcomers who are going to sign up for the chorus newsletter, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they are. Most of them, I think, from basically being pressured, are going to sign up for at least one paid seminar. Which, yeah, that's also how they extract wealth too. Is by you have to pay to go to the seminars.
God, it's just timeshares all over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the contrast of his little seminar and being like, look at me, I'm doing awesome because of all these things. I have a daughter who just graduated, I have this and that, and then to go home to like an empty house.
Yeah. I mean, because
just the hollowness.
That's true. Yeah, he says he's a small business owner, but he really isn't anymore. The chorus owns.
He just signed it over.
Yeah.
The more striking one too was like, for me, was I'm a better father because of chorus.
Yeah.
It's like that really was like made me sad to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. And
just a lack of communication.
Yeah. Or it's like, to me, I'm like, there's things between him and his daughter that will remain unsaid.
Yeah.
And not seeing that, like, that relationship is going to die right there. And I'm like, devastated.
Do you think he sees it, though? Do you think he knows? No. Like, opening that envelope and it's empty, that must say something to him.
I don't think so. I think
it's too late, though, right? He signed it all over.
Right. Yeah, it's too late. I think that he's, like, because what is he going to do? He's going to be upset. He's going to talk to his SRI master people, the people in the chorus who are above him, and they're going to say, oh, well, we just couldn't get to her.
Because she became too calcified. Yeah, she wasn't singing enough.
Yes, exactly. And maybe someday you can bring her back in, but,
Well, but that would imply that he would have had the thought, oh, this is bad, she's gone. But
he does look sad, though, doesn't he? Like, there's some sort of...
I don't think it actually would hit in the way of, oh, wait, this is bad. I think he would have just been like, oh, I'm sad, I don't know why.
No, I think he still loves his daughter, he just doesn't he just can't understand, this has become so normal to him.
Yeah, his only answer would be just like, because she's not singing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to, like, call her mom, and be like, hey, make sure she's safe, and then like, hey, well, what's your problems? The answers to your problems is, so the chorus songs, you can do it at home.
Send you some CDs.
Yeah, send some CDs, yeah.
Also, the chorus, like, okay, so this book is called Loving, Ohio. The town. I'm assuming, I think it said that, like, that's where chorus originated from, but now it's such a big, like, global enterprise for them.
Yeah.
I mean, not as big as some of them, but it's gotten big as a cult.
Yeah, I mean, it's
200 locations.
Yeah, it's
can't compare to McDonald's.
So true. So true. Yeah, no, it's definitely like a big thing, but not a mega big, because I think they said that there's like 30,000 people.
300,000 members of the group, but only 30,000 in the town.
Oh, okay. I think I actually missed that, and I think you are correct, because that makes more sense, because I was like, well, how can it be worldwide, but everybody's in the town? But yeah, okay, so it's 300,000. Yeah, that's more people. Okay. That is actually something that kind of confused me, and I should have just looked again.
I mean, the more I think about it, the more, like, the killer probably is meant to represent something, right? Like, I mean, obviously everything represents something, unintentionally or intentionally.
You think so?
But for Sloan to, like, finally decide to leave after killing this tool of the chorus... this enforcer of the chorus, I would say.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way she acts out against the chorus. She doesn't storm into the headquarters and tell them off. She does. She waits in her house until it creeps in.
Mm-hmm.
Through conviction, she murders it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I have like a good answer for that totally yet, you know, like, because I do believe you're right, but like, yeah,
it's not immediately apparent for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think that, you know, the man in the afternoon is like, I mean, for one thing, if we're like talking about like the abuses of like religion as a whole, which, you know, it does make specifically two references to like the Catholic Church, you know, when it's like when Sloan's dad is signing the NDA and is like, oh, this is a non-compete form so that you don't become like a priest, yeah. And then there's also a priest when Sloan is traveling who's all like, oh, you can come in if you want, you know, join us. So it definitely is making the comparison in some way to larger forms of organized religion. And so I think that, like, yeah, just generally how power, corruption, and violence can hide behind, you know, these, like, religious
big institutions, yeah.
Religious institutions.
And
I didn't catch that.
It's so interesting to see it concentrated in these, like, it's always in these small Midwest towns for sure. Like, that's a very common story thing, because I don't know, there's a lot of weird things that happen in Midwest America that feel so isolating.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it is, like, you know, it makes sense, the level of like isolation and like kind of economic downturn, I guess, you know, like people start you know, grouping around weird things, I guess.
Yeah, you can be really reliant on your neighbor. And
So
when everybody's part of one thing.
Yeah.
do you mean isolation in terms of the town as a whole, or like individual?
Physically, obviously, but then also, I mean, if you're a weird teenager in a town like that, it can be very mentally isolating, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and at least the way I meant it too was that, like, you know, it kind of like here in a way, just like things are very spread out. It's not a very like urban environment, you know, and so you're not like seeing a lot of like different people and getting a lot of different ideas either.
Oh, like an influx of people. Like there's not a huge
Right.
influx of people coming in with new stuff. I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
it's not the same anymore because of the internet,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as it would have been like the 80s and so.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're still a small town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, isolation wouldn't be the word that I would use for it. More, just like, I guess,
Insular.
static, insular. That's still the same as
I guess
isolated.
isolating is a state that you can feel based on those things.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, if you're part of the in-group, you're part of everybody else, you're like, hey, this is awesome. We're all just like...
Because to me, when I look at this group of teenagers, I'm thinking these are not they're not uniquely defined as isolated, but they're more, this is my people, and we are, a lot of us have the desire to leave to see what else is out there.
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about
Okay.
the teens specifically, then yeah, that I would say that's different. I think I meant the town as a whole more so. But
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah,
I don't
Okay.
know, Talon. Like, didn't, it was either Cameron or Elliott, I can't remember, who was like, I need to leave this town and find my people.
Oh, that's fair. That was Elliott. Yeah.
That
I
was
mean,
Elliott.
the kids are like they are self-identifying as punks to some extent, which tend to feel more on the fringe, especially in a small town like that.
Right.
Not Punk City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, where's yeah, because I'm trying to remember now. I didn't really look into. Cameron goes to Atlanta for graphic design, I think. And then
I don't remember.
Elliott goes to the East Coast. That's where
Ivy League.
Yeah.
Ivy League,
Brown.
Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, it's really fun to be like, I'm going to the Ivy League, getting away from cults.
Yeah, that's actually I didn't think of it like that, but yeah. You know,
What a statement.
Dang, a sequel to this following Elliott. Oh.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, definitely, like, because this, I can't remember when this book came out, but...
2024, I think.
Oh, yeah?
Pretty recent.
Yeah, pretty recently, but, I'm not trying to, like, make light of, like, current events or anything, but he did say Brown University, and I was like, oh,
yeah.
that's, I hope you weren't there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. Anyway, though,
So, I mean, I think we've discussed that, like, probably the best parts of this book, most resonant, are, like, the ones that feel very personal. As, like, I don't know, it's definitely one of the better portrayals of, like, angsty teens. Like, they have every right to be angsty. Kids are dying around them constantly, apparently.
Yeah.
Just disappearing.
Oh, what does that remind me of? That reminds me of Something's Killing the Children.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
that's a very...
Okay, I did think of this right, like, when we were describing the premise portion of this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Less
fair.
action, less salacious crime scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and in that one, it's, like, basically trying to give you all the answers. I mean, in a story way, so it's, like, trickling them out. But...
Supernatural Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Very similar, but different at the same time. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, it was effective in its goal, but at the same time, I don't know if I'd say that, like, I loved this book, you know?
Oh, gotcha.
Definitely towards the beginning, I will say, like, towards the beginning, 90 pages in, I was like, I don't want to read this. I don't want to read this. I'm so bored.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because, yeah, it's like...
And then the actual fire happens and all that.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And that's where you started to get interested?
Well, I mean, something happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do find the scene of them getting stuff from, like, Jesse's room, like, their stuff, as they said, you know, parts of us that we left for him. And you're just sort of cleaning out this husk of a person.
Yeah. No,
It's very sad.
yeah, there's a lot of parts that are, like, very emotionally resonant in a way that, yeah, but, yeah, it's in a way that is really effective, but then the propulsion of events doesn't really hook you, is what I find, you know, like...
Gotcha.
It's disjointed in some way. I don't know how to describe it.
I had a different reaction. I actually really enjoyed this book. And I had felt as kind of like there was a certain point in the book where I was just like, wow, this is a different book than what we usually read. Like, and
That's true.
It's more of that, like, grounded personal stuff. And I liked it for that. I was like, yeah, this is really good. Like, I could connect emotionally with it.
Yeah, no, and I guess...
It took me too long. That's part of my problem. I'm not saying I didn't like the book, but it took me a while to finally get in it and realize what it was going to present. Because I guess maybe I just had too much of a specific idea of what it was gonna do, like a typical narrative with payoff.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's so mean to this book. This book like does some very great things. It does so many things that other books do, but like you said, it actually feels emotionally available. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah,
like we just read before this, like, I'm not going to compare it too much. I'm just going to say there was like suicide in the previous one.
Ultimate X-Men.
In the previous book we read.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they like show it for like a panel, and they discuss it for like a panel.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, it is, well, I guess I forgot the coach, but yeah, the boy hangs over, you know, the hero.
Her best friend.
Yeah, her best friend.
Mm.
Sorry, maybe poor choice of words. I mean, like, mentally.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Mentally, the person
looming.
Is with okay, gotcha.
The death.
I mean, visually, they also have him like hang over her, like.
Well, oh yeah, you're right.
Make
actually,
the point.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I forgot. Visually.
So you weren't wrong.
I wasn't wrong. But yeah, no, it definitely lacked that emotional intensity of like what it feels like to lose a friend in that way.
Mm-hmm.
To try to pick up the pieces afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like, and they just did it in sort of one scene for this one that, I mean, they do it, obviously he's present haunting the narrative more than just that, but like, it's so good, the scene of them going to his house.
Yeah.
You know, they've also just been in like a horrible like massacre the night before.
Right, yeah.
But it's still like, I don't know. They're just trying to process it. It's so interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I just wanted to say too, I'm right there with Shuenta. Like, I think that this book got me like 80, maybe 90% of the way there. Like, I do like it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just that I don't like love it.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, I don't know, maybe a different time, a different place. I like almost as soon as I opened it up, I was like, this is going to be a significantly better experience if I could read this physically than digitally. I think that it something is lost. Like, I mean, I think generally reading physically is a better experience than digitally, but I think for this book in particular, I have a feeling that is the case, but I just could not get a copy of it this time, so.
Oh, yeah.
Just get a giant monitor.
Yeah. But then you still have light beaming into your eyes, you know? And that's just different.
I want to read my comics in total darkness. I know what you mean. It's also like if you're reading it digitally and like even at a big scale, it's almost like the opposite problem where it's like scaled up too much.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it just needs to be on the paper it was printed on, you know. 'Cause I mean, on my phone at least, I think that there was an aspect of like, oh, well, my brightness isn't turned up and I'm not realizing until I'm halfway through. And so I'm no longer straining to read it. And then I'm zooming in on panels that aren't meant to be zoomed in necessarily.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I will say, like, the monster / the evil guy, the man in the afternoon.
Right.
The design is like, I don't know. So he's mentioned as like a real person, a real human being in the story.
Right.
Who's changed his name, probably devoted himself to the chorus, and you know, as we, the audience, get to see, has turned into something else, sort of. But he's able to appear human. He's able to act human, like serving the tea, he seemed pretty normal.
Mm-hmm. But couldn't help letting out a little bit of that whole, like, Venus thing.
I feel like it's almost a disservice to, like, the insidious and horrible nature that some cults have.
Mm-hmm.
To, like, put it all on this one guy. I don't know, to make it so clearly just a single monster to defeat kind of thing. That's...
Well, yeah, I think
like
that's...
the design of him that kind of is dehumanizing because he looks a little weirder than most people.
Right, yeah. He's become monstrous, you know, in his appearance. Yeah.
Also, like, the visual shorthand for that, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I can see that. You know, it's like if we had gotten a little bit more of, like, yeah, where he came from and, like, why and stuff. But also, I think I agree with you that that's not really the point, you know, because it's like really with any, like, mass killer or something, you know, we argue endlessly about, like, oh, well, it's, you know, this thing, you know, this psychological thing that made him do it, you know, or this, you know, this upbringing, etc., etc. And it's like, well, yeah, the thing is that, like, you know, you know, as you read read the news anchor talk, it's like the chorus is not taken down by this, and it's like it's that way even outside of religious cults. It's everything, you know, when it's the society that we live in and the people that are in charge. And, you know, like this doesn't have to be a religious cult. It could be like the greater United States in a lot of ways. You know, it's like they don't really care about us, you know, and really these kinds of things are tools for them, you know, tools to get money and votes and, you know, more support one way or the other, support for gun rights, support for mental health resources, you know, like, or like
Their cause of choice?
Huh?
Like their chosen cause?
Yeah,
you're saying?
yes, their chosen cause, exactly. Like they can spin their narrative into anything, you know, and so now it's like, oh, well, now we have to come together in this non-denominational space because, you know, we're providing it for free. Nobody has to pay, and so therefore it's not religious, and everybody is just welcome to come. And, you know, that's totally not to benefit us, you know. Yeah.
So, like, are we saying that, you know, the man in the afternoon represents like a threat that was easy, a scapegoat of sorts?
Yeah.
Like a threat that was easy to take out and then be like, the evil's defeated, everything's chill now.
Yeah, like, you know, after that, like, some people do get out, like Elliott's dad. Well, he's still part of the chorus, just not going to that chorus.
They've lost their way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and then meanwhile, Sloan's dad is getting deeper. So it's like, yeah, absolutely. It's like the evil is over and it's time to get even more entrenched in the system. Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I don't know. So the cult has power anyway. I don't even know what they need this enforcer for. We still, like we said, we don't know what the actual benefit of that, like, massacre of, like, kids in the basement of a church, like, actually helped, what it moved, what it changed.
Right.
The cult's just going to continue doing what they do, and they're doing just fine, thank you very much. So that is another thing that makes me think that the man in the afternoon is supposed to represent something more.
Yeah, it does. It's like, you know, in the way that we're talking about him as like a scapegoat and stuff, it does beg the question a little bit. I'm like, so are we talking about like false flag operations, basically? Like, is he meant to, like, you know, so he's killing all of these kids just so that he can get caught and then, like, you know, pull more people into their grasp, basically? Or Is it?
Yeah, I mean, there's something about people, people going through grief, people who are going through a hard time are always very more susceptible to like, I need to change my life. Somebody must have the answers, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, and I don't know if the book is trying to tell me something. I think that's a little bit of a problem to me.
Yeah, it's maybe not interested in having that answer at all, but it feels like it should. So yeah, it does make me scrunch my head a little bit.
Am I at fault, or is the book at fault?
Yeah, cue the Simpsons Seymour meme. Like, is it me or the kids? No, it must be the kids. Yeah. Okay, let's transition to what we thought about the art too, because I don't want to leave that by the wayside.
Yeah, it's funny when you chose this book, Talon. I was like, Sam Beck. Who? I know that name. I've read their webcomic before, I should say.
Oh. What was their webcomic?
Verse.
Oh, okay.
It's a fantasy one. I'm actually gonna probably read it soon, the full thing, since I think they finished it.
Nice.
Cool.
I mean, their art's very nice. Sometimes it felt a little plain for some panels, like there wasn't a ton of detail, but it never bothered me a ton, and the colors are just gorgeous.
Yeah. It specifically plays with like red, yellow, blue, or I guess like I mean, it kind of has all of them, but in like a very specific, like pastel-y way that you don't notice, so it feels like it's all kind of
atmospheric.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting, the panel where they enter the guy's house. I can't remember his name now, but they're
Jesse?
Jesse, where they're getting his stuff. And they have his room, and they're in his room, and everything is white. Like, they didn't put in a background at all. And they were just standing around, and like his bed was drawn and a few of his belongings, and it was like, that's a very interesting way to accentuate the important details.
Yeah.
Well, also, I don't know, it could sorry, I'm not looking at it right now, and I'm having trouble remembering how it looks, but the way you described it could, point towards what Jesse's been through, like just kind of this bareness that you can feel.
Yeah.
Or like
trying to find meaning in what's left.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of noticed, because I was like trying to think about the colors and stuff, and it's not perfect for sure. Sometimes the colors are, I feel like, meant to, like, provide atmosphere, basically, like, to how the characters are feeling and, like, how they're framed. But also, it almost feels sometimes, too, like everything is, like, the same, like, white, like black and white, but just white, I guess. And then, like, it is the light source, whether it is directly in light or in shadow, or a certain gradient of that determines what color things are, but not actually that they are that color.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like basically things that are brighter and more directly in light are going to be more on the red spectrum, and things that are darker and more in shadow are going to be more on the blue spectrum.
Gotcha.
And then it's like everything in between there, with white kind of in the middle.
Gotcha. Sure. I also thought it was interesting, and after taking a comics class, I'm like, this is an incredible amount of patience need to go into it.
Yes.
But like, I don't know if this is in particular stippling, but like everything kind of more in the background has these dots.
Oh, it's probably a texture overlay.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think they did that with the color portion instead of the line art.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, this would be a lot harder to do hand-drawn, but I suspect it's digitally.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, I do think it really adds a lot to it, and that's where, like, sometimes I felt like the line art was a little bare. There wasn't a ton sometimes in the background. I think doing a texture overlay like that helps a lot.
Gotcha.
Like, they have a scene, I cannot remember, I think it might be when the nighttime when they're wandering off into the forest to try to break in. And I think it's the scene where there's like a lot of red and possibly black. But it's just gorgeous with the texture too. It just feels like nighttime but ominous.
Yeah, no, I for sure see that. Yeah, I wonder, let me get both of your opinions on this, because I'm kind of on the fence if I actually feel this way. But do you feel like sometimes the characters are a little stiff? Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I did not notice.
Yeah, because I mean, basically I was having that thought, and then I stumbled upon a page where I was like, well, that's not very stiff. And so I felt very...
Well, yeah, it's not all the time.
Yeah, because I mean, I will point out this page, though, that I do like. It's, they're walking through the forest, looking for the killer after they've been stopped by the security guard person. And the panel breaks up their upper body and their lower body.
Oh, yeah.
And, you got the leaves, like, crunching beneath their feet.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Yeah. Looks cool, and I think effective to extra convey motion. I'm trying to, like, process fully, like, why that is, in terms of, like, comics, but yeah, it does it for me. I can identify that at least. Yeah.
I mean, the characters tend to stay like straight on. Like, we don't have a lot of, like, other than the panels where Sloane's like fighting for her life with the killer. I don't know, everybody's standing, sitting, straight on. They're not bending forward, leaning back as much. Like, there's not a lot of that.
Yeah.
I just took a gesture drawing class, so I'm just like you, Taylor, and I'm like, my mind is open. I see everything differently now.
Wow. Maybe I need to take another art class.
Yeah.
It's time for me to elevate.
I'm a different person.
Okay, cool. But yeah, generally, I mean, I do generally feel positively about this art. I think that it,
I will say, stiffness, especially with how we keep talking about this comic being grounded, sometimes stiffness lends itself a little bit more to these kind of quieter comics, real to life comics. I'm not saying it's intentional.
Okay, yeah. But I can see that, at least. That's not... Yeah.
Can you imagine if this was a more stylized, like, cartoony one?
No, not at all.
Yeah, that would feel strange. I guess I'd need, like, somebody's specific style to, like, insert in. I need, like...
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, that would be odd for sure. Yeah, it'd be a very much a choice in terms of, like, being juxtaposed,
Danny Phantom art style.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be weird. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, I'm not sure how to... So, like, this sits kind of in the middle between being more, not, like, is it stylized and not...
Well, it's like, it's a semi-realism that's been simplified.
Yeah.
And so, to me, it's a little more on the stylized side than what I would say like, this is my preference in art.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty...
Well, that's the thing, though, Talon. It needs to fit for the story, like we were just saying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It would certainly be hard to do this with, like... Or it would be harder to have a different kind of art and portray the villain.
Mm-hmm.
That I agree with you there.
With the seriousness it entails, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Life or death.
Like, I mean, maybe, like, I'm thinking of, if you guys know Bernie Wrightston.
Nope. Not by name, at least.
Yeah, he did, like, a Frankenstein adaptation that was, like, his, special, passion project. Yeah. And I guess I could imagine, like, you know, it's very, like, detail heavy, you know. He spent like a lot of time on every single page. And
that one's insane.
Yeah, I guess I could imagine something like that, specifically in terms of like drawing the killer, you know, not everything else. That'd be like way too much, you know. But yeah, it's just wow. Man, I just looked.
The killer did remind me of like the one of the characters who's suspicious in Perfect Blue, the animated movie.
Oh,
which is a very, very dire situation too. That one.
Mm-hmm.
But that one's like more of an animation style, so it's simplified to
accommodate
to be easier to
yeah,
animate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as like Bernie Wrightson. The level of detail, that would be hard to maintain.
Incredible.
Yeah, no, it's just such a joy to look at his art sometimes. Yeah. But you're right. Once I looked it up again, I was like, well, yeah, that would be kind of way too hard, you know, even...
A nice part that would be to incorporate would be like the sense of black and white.
Yes, I agree.
Like more darker spots. That always helps.
And that is kind of what I was imagining too. Was like, yeah, it's like I said, like, you know, everything seems to be white with colored light. You know, it's not. There's really other than outlines. There's no real black in a lot of cases in this book. I mean, there is
until they do like some of the night scenes. I think that's why I like the night scenes so much.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess black in terms of shadow, too, because, like, yeah, there's, like, people with black clothes and black hair and stuff like that, but that doesn't quite count to me.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're right. The shadows just... There's not a ton of emphasis on the shadows other than, like you said, there's stuff that's in the light and there's stuff that isn't. No mid-tone, really.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, so... let's break into our theme a little bit. I mean, we've been talking about it, but so how does this comic portray a cult in, like, you know, is it real to life? Do we feel like, I don't know. Part of it too is I wish I'm missing Jake right now. I feel like he's so knowledgeable in the realm of real life cults sometimes. And
yeah.
I mean, I know stuff.
You know stuff, so please enlighten us too.
Okay. I think it's interesting how the book is careful not to be too harsh with the portrayal of, like, people who have been indoctrinated. In terms of, like, they're not portrayed in an extreme. Like, Sloan's dad is perfectly agreeable. He's easy to talk to still. Like, he doesn't seem that pushy about her coming to the, like, meetings, even though he's devoted his entire life to this at his point. He signs away his life to this group, and he does it happily.
Yeah, no, one scene that was, like, particularly, like, prescient to me was when she comes home late and he's saying, I'm watching something about history, and it's on the History Channel, and it's very clearly ancient aliens. And I'm just like, yeah, that's a little too real, even. Like, it's just somebody that's just, not able at this point to really discern the reality of what they're watching. Because I mean, it is the same thing in a sense, right? Because you're told that the History Channel,
conspiracy theories.
Yeah, History Channel should be about history, because that's what it's called. You would expect that, but then they are pushing all of these conspiracy theories and all of this stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I'm just learning about history, and you don't have that critical thinking, especially because it's probably been worn down by being in a cult.
Oh yeah, a basis for reality. Like, there is no everything could be true, possibly.
Yeah.
Like, you're too open to new ideas.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's so easy to accept, that you've lived millions of lives before, and that your brain is calcified because of the fluoride in the water.
And the only thing that's holding you back is those darn dentists.
Yeah.
It's interesting, like, how insidious the cult is shown to be, and yet it never seems too overbearing.
Yeah. I mean, even...
I don't know, it's almost too easy for the kids to get out, to me.
Well, yeah, I could see that a little bit, but I don't know.
Because they
don't truly feel free. Like, their families are still trapped to some extent.
Yeah, and I think that that's also part of, like, the ending narration, too, where they're all like, you always return, like, it's a part of
wanting that town.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, what were we just saying before we said that they left too easily? I still had a point I felt like I was going to make.
Sorry, we were talking about the basis of reality that's been eroded.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I don't know. Maybe it'll come back to
critical
me. Yeah, it's gone. That's all right, though. We'll move on. It's just, yeah. Anyway, though. Yeah,
they have very specific beliefs. They have a kind of tamer version of the beliefs to present to the public, to draw them in.
Right, yeah.
And it gets progressively weirder. And they also, it's so clear that they, like you said earlier, Cody, like, they don't really believe that the pineal gland is going to help that much.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's so clearly just a thing they say, like, now that you're part of the in-group, we'll tell you the secrets.
Yeah. No, for sure. Like, yeah, they are so good at, like, hiding their insidiousness. And that's actually what I was trying to remember that I was going to say, was because you said that her dad, Sloan's dad, was, like, so, like, easygoing, basically. But, yeah, even after Sloan throws the hammer through the window and then gets caught and goes inside, and then, there's a part of me that just gets, like I was a little tricked, even, where, the guy is being so nice to her.
Like, Sloan, it's okay that you broke the window. You're just going through a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to try to kill you in, like, 5 minutes.
Right, yeah. It's just, like, the words that he uses, even though, like, outside of the book, from a, more omniscient standpoint, I'm just like, well, yeah, you're still, like, a bad guy doing bad things. Yeah. But then, like, yeah, you're just like, wow, it feels so nice for, like, half a second. Yeah, so definitely it just, yeah, I feel like that's so real too, like, I've definitely experienced that in real life, where, like, just people or groups that I'm like, you don't have, like, best interests at heart, but you're really good at worming your way in with like words.
Yeah, say anything you want to hear. Like, you're okay. We're not mad at you for doing that.
Yeah.
We, you know, we understand that you're misunderstood. Maybe if you talk to us and you stay a while, we'll understand you, and you'll finally have a place to like feel like you belong.
Yeah.
That's so powerful, and in the wrong hands, it really sucks in. I agree, Cody. That scene, I was like, don't go inside, but also I could totally feel the teenage thing of like, well, nothing. I broke the window, and like the world didn't change. I didn't take them down. And now I'm just a kid who broke a window.
Yeah. Like, what am I supposed to do? Run? Like, yeah. So yeah, I think that this is pretty like, I don't know. Based on what I feel like I know, this feels true to cults, you know, and I guess like, you know, it also feels true in the sense of like it being a scam too. Like they are definitely taking advantage of the people that go, you know.
It's so mask off when they're like going through the long scene of him signing all those stuff.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I'll sign it. I don't even read it. Yeah, sure.
Well, yeah, and he doesn't need to read it because they're explaining it to him. So, like, step by step, you know? But it's like, yeah, how much do you want to bet that NDA means that he can't, like, sue them?
Yeah, I mean, that's what an NDA is.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that, it does a pretty good job of that.
It's subtle, yet, I mean, not so subtle at times, but it feels true to life.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I think that's all the time that we have. But this has been our review of Loving Ohio by Matthew Erman and Sam Beck. If you liked this episode, be sure to follow us on Twitter at @thecomicpanel1 and listen to more of us on Spotify or wherever you listen to podcasts. Our title is The Comic Panel Podcast. You can also listen to us on ksuaradio.com or 91.5 FM in Fairbanks, Alaska. Be sure to tune in 2 weeks from now for our next comic book around the theme of cults. I'm Cody.
I'm Taylon.
And I'm Shawenta.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.